All right, we are now recording.
Great.
Here I have Peter Lowe. Peter is a longtime fan and anti-netter, and someone I've greatly looked forward to meeting and doing this session with for quite some time.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
month that I signed up for yeah, because so for the session. So
yeah,
it's great.
yeah. And Peter, you're located in Thailand.
Yeah, I'm Taiwanese, but I've been living here since like 1981. No, sorry,
Hmm.
1989.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of like half Thai, half Taiwanese.
Hmm. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
both
That's
of
a
my
long
parents
time.
are Taiwanese. Yeah, this is a long time. It's a long time.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, yeah, Peter, you've has been so gracious to all of the people watching, because you were in everyone's shoes that has been watching it for a very long time. Is you've devised a great idea and a solution of using your phone to show off your antinet that you have here.
Oh,
So I'm looking forward to this.
yeah, it's like I went to like it's like I can't find a decent index box to
Hmm.
fit. You guys have all these like cool boxes that you can fit in and just fit in perfectly.
Hmm.
I don't have that. I used to have this,
Okay.
and then this is from Muji, right? And then it couldn't fit in perfectly.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Well,
So
this is standard B5, right?
okay, that's what
And
it's called.
and it's a standard B5. It's like I don't know B5 for A6. I don't know. It's the standard for no
Yeah.
cards. It's by
Yeah, I
four.
think I think I ISO paper standards, which is
Yeah,
kind
ISO.
of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I had no idea, that there were like ISO paper standards, but yeah, I think they call it A6, which is basically 4 by 6 inches.
Yeah, A6 4 by 6, and then bigger than that is B5, and then the one typical ones is A4, and the
Hmm.
double of A4 is A3.
Yeah,
I don't know why I know those. I don't know why I know these, but just stuck in my head.
yeah. So
Well,
I think, and I've got to do my notes. I don't know if you heard yet, but I tweeted it out, I think last night. Is
sure.
I conducted an interview yesterday, spoke with him for like over an hour, with Nicholas Luhmann's youngest son.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, so I got a lot of really cool information. And one of the things he told me yesterday was that Luhmann used to cut his own paper. I think he would use A5 or
Cool.
A3 paper, and he would cut it in quarters, and which was basically turned out to be A6 paper. But yeah, you're kind of in his shoes, where it looks like you're having to devise your own solutions to things.
Yeah. So it's like, and for the papers, do you know that how hard it is to get these kind of papers?
Yeah,
Like these kind of they don't sell it.
what is that? Is that the B
No. Okay.
A6 or
Yeah, these are the typical A6 or 6 by 4 paper that you have. But
Mhm.
for me, I like having grids in my paper. It kind of
Oh
gives
yeah.
me structure to follow.
Yeah.
So I try to find them here in Thailand. They don't have it.
Yeah.
So what I did is that I asked a printer factory to custom make for me so I can
Oh, I
have
love
these.
it. Yeah.
It's like the amount of money that I need to pay to get them shipped to here
Yeah.
locally, it will be equivalent of me buying 5,000 pieces of these.
Yeah.
So
So that
so
that makes
so
sense.
yeah, so I printed it.
Yeah.
And the factory is like it's like no big deal. It's like the pay
Wow.
it feels good, and it feels good to be in a hand. It feels good to write on it.
Yep.
So yeah, so I
Awesome.
finally I just got this like 2 days ago.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I finally like figure it out. So how should I do it? Okay,
Yeah.
so how should we start? How should we
Yeah.
start?
So why don't you lay out for me your goals of what we should cover? Let's make sure that we cover the most important things. So by the end of the session, we really hammer in, and I want to get you rocking and rolling, and get you all set up.
Okay, for me, the biggest resistance that whenever I'm developing my Antinet is the installation part.
Hmm.
First
Okay.
is the how do I numbers things so that I'll be correctly numbering it,
Mm-hmm.
and how should I be indexing stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are the first two like the roadblocks for me to properly do it.
Okay. So okay, so it's the basic, the basic structuring, indexing, setting everything up.
Mhm.
Why don't you show me to start out with? Give me a
Right.
tour of your Antinet so far.
Okay, so this is just like growing. So I've got my index set up here. See, I even have to do my own index cards. So
Yes, nice.
ABC thing. So yeah, I got it all set up like you did with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ABC. So this is all set up.
Mm-hmm.
And I got like for each one of these, I got the smaller index card too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like I have to put in
yes,
between, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I call them I've had to devise names for them that are try to be simple and make sense. I call those key term index cards, because
okay,
they're basically built around key terms. So those 3x5
okay,
cards. Okay, cool. So that's
cool.
your index. And your index, it looks like it's not really filled out yet. It's just you
Yeah,
basically built out the shell.
yeah, exactly. I built
Okay.
I built out the shell.
Okay,
So
cool.
so over here is the I think it's the notes
The
like
main box.
the main box. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still fairly thin. It's still
Yeah.
growing it.
And have you
And
have you built out any main cards yet in there or any main
main
notes?
card. It's like yeah. This is the thing. It's like I've got all these cards that I've written,
Okay.
and uh one thing, I'm a bit confused about the bibliography index card. So does it go into these ABCD slots that I put?
Um,
Okay,
so let me see
these are
that.
the notes that I wrote when I was reading materials or going through videos.
Mhm.
I have all these notes. This
Okay.
is actually from the first video that you did with the
Yes.
with
Oh, I love it. Wow. Awesome. Yeah. So
so
that's basically a bib card. It's your yeah, bib
it's like this
notes
part, right?
basically.
So
Yeah.
does it go into here? Like it's like
No. So there's going to be do you have a bibliography box?
no, not at the
Okay.
moment.
So and I've simplified things as we've gone on. So you have two sections right now in your Antinet. You have your index and you
Right,
have your main box.
index and my main
Index
box.
and main. Yeah. Now
Right.
we need to build out one more section. We need to build out the
Okay.
bibliography section. And
Okay.
the bibliography section is going to look the same exact thing as your index. See the ABC. Yeah. It's going to be
Okay.
alphabetical.
Sure. Okay.
So so I don't think it's the most time efficient to build out again all those custom alphabetical things right now for
Sure.
the bibliography box, right? But what we could do is we can just organize it alphabetically for now, and then after this video, then it would be best to create another alphabetical section like your index section.
Okay. This I will have another issue here because I speak Chinese, I speak Mandarin, English, and Thai. So sometimes I would have other reading materials
Yeah.
that will be in other language. So do you
So
advise me
yep,
like
I have the same thing, and so I have one for Latin and Greek,
okay,
right? Because there's certain etymological stems, and I want to look it up, and so I created separate ones, right? So let me just show you mine real quick.
sure.
So so there's multiple in here.
Okay.
So So what we're going to want to do and what you're going to want to do is, just create, you're going to have 3 indexes, for each. Well, are there shared characters with, you said Mandarin and what was the other one?
Thai.
Mandarin and Thai.
Mandarin, Thai, and English. It's
Okay.
like
Does, I'm I'm unfamiliar with Mandarin
Right.
and Thai, but do they share the same characters or are they completely
Um,
different?
they, they're completely different.
Okay.
So, but we have a way of indexing stuff, indexing like topics in Chinese
Mm-hmm.
according to the phonetic system. And
Okay.
in Thai, we have the Thai alphabets. So it's possible that I can do a bib
Yeah.
for those two. So I have
Well,
people that three
yeah.
bibs.
What do you prefer to do? Do you want to keep it separate and do the character, the special characters for Mandarin, or do you want to do the phonetic ones?
I think I'll for me, I think after you giving me some inspiration, I think I'll do it separately because I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be really hard for me to like intuitively
Phonetically
like
go through.
it's more intuitive because
Mm-hmm.
if I were to say that okay, I have this thing in Chinese, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, and if I wanted to be in one system where it's like all ABCDs,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be really hard for me to figure out what did I put in context of English, and
Yeah.
then it's gonna be like chaotic
Yeah.
for me inside my
Yeah.
brain.
Then create three alphabetical bib cards or bibliography boxes, bibliography sections
Okay.
per language. And
Okay.
what's cool about that is that it it's awesome because it reflects your mind. It reflects your unique personality and how you work. You speak three languages. That's awesome. It makes things, of course, a little bit more complex, right? But it's a good thing. You can once you think about certain things in different languages, you can go to that language to then go look things up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So okay.
Okay. So that we checked that. And so that's for the bibliography box, but also I would recommend doing the same thing for the index section.
Okay.
You're going to want that for the index section. Now,
Okay.
now, as you can see, this is kind of a little complex, so you're adding like
Sure.
three times, but it makes sense. Like you'll be able to handle it. So there'll
Yeah.
be three indexes, three index sections, three bibliography,
Sure.
sections. So cool.
Okay.
So what I think we should do now is let's go through the notes that you've already created and let's figure out what we have. So it seems like a lot of them are bibliography cards, which I call bib cards. And these are the cards that would hang out of Lumen's books, while he would be reading. So, all right, what does that
Okay.
one say?
It's basically I'm studying about programming, right? So this is like I'm asking myself a question when I was reading this article. So what is a function? And so
Okay.
I wrote out the goal. Is it clear on your side?
Yes, I can see that.
Okay, so say the goal, session, intention to understand what function really is in programming. So when studying other programming language, I can learn them well.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
This is the goal intention.
Yeah, let's see the
And
back.
and behind it is basically it's like I wrote out about based on what I've read. So I wrote out what I've learned from it. So this is what I learned.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
so do you want me to read it out or
No.
what?
I think that's fine. So what I would do, okay, and this is it's so basically since you're learning something, since you're learning
Sure.
programming, right? There's a few types of I call it extraction. You're trying to extract information from a book, or an online article, right? Or whatever.
Tutorials, online
Yeah.
tutorials.
Yeah. So when you're doing that type of knowledge extraction, what you
Sure.
want to do is you want to go from book to main card instead of book to bib card and then main card, right? Because
Yes,
because what you've created is you've gone from or not just book, but I call source to main card, because it's any source of knowledge to main card. So
sure.
what that type of note is on the back, that's a lot more a lot more developed than just the bib notes. The bib notes you want to just be brief and you just wanted to say like function on it, for that thing. And then you want to write out all that information, you want to create that as a main card. Okay. So then we can file it in the programming and software development section of your Antinet.
Okay.
So this is fine for now. What we'll do is show me how many cards that you have on your desk right now.
Okay. Like interpret language, compile language,
Okay.
and PHP as a server-side language.
Okay, great. These look like main cards.
Yeah, these look
Right.
like main cards.
Good.
But just
Okay,
now,
cool.
So right now I'm having this resistance, like if I go once I get into the main card,
Mhm.
how do I number them?
Yep, let's do that. That's what we'll figure out and do right now. Okay.
Sure.
So
Okay.
as you've probably seen, and let me I'm gonna try to pull up my the Wikipedia's outline of academic disciplinary fields. I'm gonna pull that up
Okay.
right now.
But, I mean, Scott, do you think it would be okay? I'm saying it like it's like something spontaneous. It's really hard for me to do all these numberings and stuff. And then would do you think it would benefit other people? It's like say if you got that Wikipedia that thing you pulled out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you would just like help us to number all these like this is 3,000, this is 2,000, give us kind of a structure, because
Oh yeah.
I actually have a hard time saying, okay, I know that this is going to be in this
computer science.
The computer science.
Yeah.
But what number should I number this on?
Yeah.
So that
yeah.
I have a starting point.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. This is something that I think comes up, has started to come up regularly. And that's a great idea. It's like, what I should do is I should create, instead of just sending people to the Wikipedia page, is what I'm thinking of doing. The idea that just popped into my mind is to, create like an Excel outline of it with a corresponding number. And, I've hesitated from doing that, just because, this whole thing is so arbitrary. It's based on your choice, and, you can create it. However, people still, it's kind of like an impediment of people to accept. People want to get it right, in the beginning. So I think what I can do is just help people, feel comfortable by starting by doing that.
Like it has been like I went to this session. I went to that site, right, and page, and there's just so many topics within topics within topic.
Yeah.
If I just have a tree, a tree branch of some sort, and okay, this is gonna be 2,200 something.
Yeah.
And I'll have that, and then I don't need to spend the time to figure out what numbering is it, so
yeah I'll look into creating that. That actually seems kind of like a lot of fun. Honestly.
a lot of fun, a lot of work.
Yeah. I'm thinking that. I was just thinking that as well. Like there's so many. That's like the beauty of using it. It's like there's so many. It's all encompassing. Okay. So the first thing we should do is, and you've probably seen me do this with everyone else in the other videos, is let's actually write out, on the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Let's create the main branches. So
got the
so what does that say? Oh, okay. You already have that there. Okay.
Yeah, I already have it, because like I followed like your first email that you sent out to everyone, and I literally did that the whole.
Yes.
So this is where I got all these.
The getting started guide. Okay. So
getting started guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the 4,200 thing.
Okay.
The science branch, and the one after that.
So what does 4,200 say?
4,200 says computer science.
Yep. Branch. Perfect. All right. We're gonna find within the 4,200 of where to put it, and then the other one is like communication or information. What's that? 4,212.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Awesome. All right. So pull out the stack of cards that you just had in your hand.
This one?
No, the on your desk. Yeah, that
All
those.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So take me through these. What does that first one say?
It's like epiphany about similarities between function and factory in real life.
Okay.
So this is like I used to work in a factory,
Mm-hmm.
and what I realized, I just realized that a function is similar what you do in a factory. It's
Interesting.
like so what this is what I wrote. It's like a function. We have variables, so
Mm-hmm.
lines of code to process output the variable to output the variable with. Whereas in a factory, you have raw materials
Yep.
and machines to process the raw material, and you have to finish good. So it's similar to output is to finish good, and finish goods to output. So I just realized that it got me exciting about coding is realizing that the function are like machines where I can tell them to do anything if I know how to speak their language, which is programming, and they will not complain, rent, or ask for a raise.
Yeah.
So I thought of building a factory where I can keep doing optimization on the move with minimal friction, meaning that I don't have to talk to people, and I can just do programming, and whatever I want them to do, they will do it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I this
Yeah,
is
that's a great
what
reflection note. You're adding your own meaning and your own ideas. That's great. Great card.
sure.
And then, so, are you just learning general computing, or are you learning a certain language?
Okay. Right now I'm learning. I'm actually doing a 6-hour tutorial on HTML and CSS,
Okay.
so that I can learn other stuff, because a lot of stuff that I'll be dealing with will be mostly front end,
Okay, cool.
and then later after that I want to get into back end, and then doing
Mm-hmm.
all this data structure stuff,
Mm-hmm.
SQLs, writing queries.
Yeah. And
So yeah, gotta start somewhere.
is this from because HTML and CSS doesn't have functions. Was this just kind of like where did this idea come from? Like learning where you just learn just general software development, software
Um,
engineering?
it's like I was reading
Functions.
function.
Okay,
So
cool.
this card kind of triggered this card.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Gotcha.
like it was telling me that what goes in, what anything you put in a function, it comes out, it'll have an output, and then it strikes the similarity between a factory,
Mm-hmm.
which is the environment I used to work in.
Yes,
So
exactly.
this generated this card.
Yeah.
So is there any way that I can link between these two?
Yeah, I would put in the bottom right corner of the, in using a red pen
Red pen.
is, yeah, yep. Link to, I usually put it in parentheses
Okay.
in the bottom right corner, and put what was the source or material of that. Yeah, show me the right corner of that.
The right corner. Okay.
Yeah.
It's from a website. It's called Future Learn. And
Okay,
then
cool.
I did it like what you did, what you taught before, where
Yep.
I have the R as a reference.
Okay, perfect.
And so what is a function?
Yeah. So
And then have it in my Zotero.
perfect. So you put R. So on the other card, put R
Okay.
dot what is a function.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like a hyperlink.
Yeah. Yep. So kind of where the inspiration came from.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Cool. All right. Now, where we're gonna put this one is, I think the best place I have would be, so it's gonna be in computer science. And within that, this one is more like general, I would call it like software development, right? Look this up over here. Software engineering.
You're gonna save a lot of people a lot of time if you really map that out in numbers.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You're gonna save save the Antinet people.
Yeah.
Shit, like loads of time.
Part of the journey and the experience is to learn the hard way and go through the
Yeah.
the jungle, of this all.
Yeah.
I don't want to make things too easy, but I think I should make an outline of all of this stuff. I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Please do.
Man, Lumen made it so difficult and hard for people to figure out, Do
Yeah,
you
I
read his
mean,
paper? Yeah.
yeah, it's like, and then, yeah, you got me there where we actually have people who knows German and then actually help you translate some of this stuff so you can actually
Yeah.
do what it does.
Oh yeah. I've enlisted the Reddit community to help me translate, but the problem is his handwriting is so bad that you can't even read it. But people figure it out.
I
Yeah.
don't know what's with the geniuses, it's like people who are super smart that tend to have like super crappy handwriting. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I know people who can speak like 10, 15 language. They
Yeah.
have crappy handwritings.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Seriously, crappy
I know.
handwritings.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. All right. So here's where we're going to put this. We're going to put this in the software development category. So we're going to create a category right now in your main box.
I have blank card ready.
Yep. Cool. And then
So
actually, wait, hold on. We might now call it software development. Let's call it okay. Yeah, let's call it software. Let's see. I'll look up the definition of software development. Okay. So yeah, let's call this, in the top left, put software development.
I have to say, once I'm starting to do it, it's like I'm able to start to focus more on other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have it. It's like I think I have ADHD as well.
I do. I have it. Yeah, I've had it my whole life.
It's like I don't know, just with this pen, just zoom. I can
exactly.
focus.
And it develops your focus. You're saying it develops your focus for other areas. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's what I've noticed that as well. Okay, cool. So we have software development. Now I want you to put we're going to define it. So I want you to write a set of computer science activities.
Computer science activities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dedicated to the process of creating.
Okay.
Designing.
Okay.
And deploying software.
Okay.
So this kind of creates a section, a nice little definition of what it is, right?
Okay, cool.
We're gonna give this an arbitrary number. Okay, we're gonna number this 4230.
4230. Okay.
Yep. Cool. All right. Now let's file this in the main box.
Okay. So file this in the main box. This is the 4,000. I have the 4,000 here.
Yep. So I think you have 4,000. You have 4212 or something in there, right?
Yeah, 4212.
Yep. And then you have 4230, right?
I have 4212. 4212 /1.
Yep.
And then then this will be the next
4230. Perfect. Okay, cool. Sure. Let's create an index entry, key term entry for software development. So go to the S part of your index.
Okay. Hold on. This is getting fun.
Yep.
Oh, cool. It's like I don't know why I have the so this is the thing. It's like I didn't know the difference between the index card, the index box, and the blueprint and the bib card. So I
yeah,
actually
the
have
bib
this.
box. Cool.
The bib
Okay,
box.
let's take that out. We'll fix that and take that out and put
Sure.
that to the side. We'll get to that in a little bit.
I'll put that to the side. Okay, I'll put it here where all the bibs are here. Okay.
Yep. Perfect.
And
Okay. Yeah.
the S.
Now let me see the S.
Okay, actually, I did a S over here.
Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So I want you to write on the first line,
Sure.
software development.
Okay. Software development.
Yep. And then a colon.
Colon.
Yep. And then, or a dash, that's fine too. And then it doesn't matter. Do your own convention, what you like. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just do the Scheperian way right now.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
And okay, and then write 4230.
4230. Okay.
Cool. Now you've created an index entry, a link. Cool. All right, now file that back.
File that back. So this will be the S. So
yep, behind the S. Cool.
Okay, so
all right.
Got it.
So now we're going to create another card. Okay. We're going to create a card. Now, have you created a card that defines what a function is yet?
Defines what a function is. I have a card that's that
exactly that bibliography one, right? Okay, we're gonna rewrite the bibliography one on a main card. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So let me see the back of that bibliography card, the bib card. Okay. Cool. All right. So I want you to rewrite that on this main card. You know, and then at the top of the main card in the top left.
Okay.
Write function.
Okay.
And then in parentheses, put definition.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want you to write, basically write down what you've written on that bib card. I know it's a lot, but you know, it'll pay off.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, I don't think I can speak and write at the same time. So
yeah, no worries.
Just hold on. Much better.
Oh yeah. Man, this is such a great idea to do that. Multiple phones or multiple cameras. Yeah. I mean,
I mean, I love all your videos, but it's just that, you know, with your hand holding on to stuff and then you trying to explain while you're holding stuff, holding to the camera.
Yeah.
And the camera is shaking. So I had to pause everyone once in a while too like, you know. So it would be cool that if you have a multiple camera, and then you switch from angles to angles.
Yeah. Have you seen the latest video I did I have that overhead camera?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in so people can actually see this time, not just my hat and my head.
It's like you have like this card, like this is really good, and you'll be like doing this. It's like, oh god, I gotta pause it. I gotta process it. What do you got there?
Yeah.
You know? Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. I know. You know, it's I'm getting better. You know, we're just we're making the path as we move. You know, as we walk.
and you know, and one thing about the current the realms of YouTubers doing all these little tasks and stuff. It's like all they talk about is the system. I have never yet seen any YouTubers using the system of Zettelkasten and then develop some kind of wealth of knowledge to actually, you know, have something good as an outcome. You know, all they talk about is, you know, you should link that node to the other node, and then you know, how should you set up your Zettelkasten to you know, to do stuff. And I was in that rabbit hole for months.
Yeah, that's the. And sorry, I'm fixing my mic, so I don't know. Can you still hear me? By the way.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. For some reason, oh, I think it unplugged or something.
Yeah, I think I can hear like cars from outside. Is there cars out? Are there cars outside?
No, I'm not sure what that is. Let me.
I mean,
There we
from what
go.
I've seen,
How's that? Is
like,
it back?
much better.
Okay, cool.
It used
Yeah.
to be like white noises
Yeah.
when you were unplugged.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you for the feedback. That I've gotten a lot of people that have said that too. You know, it's just like a lot of the Zettelkasten YouTubers basically just summarize what Sankey Arens has talked about in his book, How to Take Smart Notes, and they just summarize Obsidian and stuff like that. But yeah, the real Lumanian way, is quite different.
Like, and then we have these similar trends in the Mandarin speaking community, where we have all these YouTubers talking about Zettelkasten in Chinese.
Really?
And what they have is that just apps after apps, setup after setups. So it's like I've never seen like, oh hey, I did this, and then this is what I wrote a book, or I nothing is coming out of it. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. They make the means the output instead of the output being an actual creative piece of work. They're like basically their note taking systems is like their work of art, and it's like, no, that's your note taking system needs to be the means in which you create the work of art. So all right, cool, perfect. Now, okay, yeah. So this is the main card. So next time you read next time when you're in learning phase, when you're in the phase of actually trying to understand a concept, create a main card for it instead of trying to write out the entire concept on a bib card. The bib card is for you to kind of go back and like say you already knew what a function was.
Okay.
And say you were reading a book on literature or something, about factories, and that reminded you of a function. On your bib card, all you would write was function, and then later on you would go back to write the main note and say, I was reading this book and it reminded me of the concept of functions, and then then you would use that in the work that you create. So okay, anyways, cool. Now we have function. So what we're going to do is we're going to label this one. We're going to create a card address for this one. It's going to be 4230/1.
4230/1.
Yeah.
4230/1. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Now on the other card, which was not that card.
Which card?
But the one that you compared functions to the factory.
Okay, here.
Yeah. Okay. So for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to put this one at we're going to create an ID or an address in the top right. Okay.
Right.
We're going to call it 4230.
4230/1A.
1A.
Okay, got it.
Okay, cool. And here's the reason a lot of people get hung up on 1A versus 1-1. The reason I didn't do 1-1 yet is because I like this as being 1A because it's your own variant. It's your own spin on what a function is, Now, if you wanted to go down the rabbit hole on discussing the definitions of functions more, in that case, you would do 4230/1/1. But this one is good and it's a fit. And mind you, this is arbitrary, but we're going to choose 4230/1A. Okay. So we're going to place that one, that 4230/1A. Yep, behind. Yeah. Now let's file this in the main box.
The main box.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I'm blocking here. So this is 4230/1. 4230/1A.
Yeah.
So can I say this is like if anything that is a flow of thought, and that if you want to continue with that thought, you simply add like what Lumen did is like 1A 1A and then 1A1. So if you're
exactly.
going down the rabbit hole for
1A.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it is deep, if it is going down really like vertically deep down, eventually that number is gonna get longer and longer.
Mm-hmm.
Am I getting the?
Well, what you do? You would do 4230/1A, and then 4230/1A/1, and then 4230/1.
Okay.
Yeah, 4230/1A/2, and then 4230/1A/3, 4230/1A/4. So, and then so it's kind of like you've branched down and created 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's say you want to so yeah, so you kind of get that. It's kind of hard to explain. It's easier to see.
So yeah, so this is what happened. I was really confused about it. So I have another set of cards that I think I got it off the internet, and I actually just wrote it by hand, where it's like it's like the Lumen ID method.
Oh, I think I've seen that. I don't know if they actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like that's the thing. It's like I really want to get the numbering right, so that when I do the installing on my main nodes, it will actually have a chaotic but in an orderly fashion.
Yeah. Let me see those. Let me see those ones.
It's like different topics, right?
Yeah.
And there's saying that if it is from 1A, and then if you're talking about the same, or if you're talking about different something that is a variant, right? You simply add 1A1, and then if you want to go deeper into this topic, and then you'll branch out 1A1A, and then if it is something similar, it'll be 1A1A, and then just have another 1A and then B.
Yeah. That's one way to do it. That's sort of how Lumen did it, but his were I wouldn't visualize it that way. I wouldn't draw the graphs that way, but to me, at least in my opinion, and people have different ways, is that gets more confusing than actually using slashes to break it up.
Okay, got it.
And that's why I use slashes. He always used a slash on the first, like he always created a top level branch, and then he had a slash, and then they would get long like that, like 1A1A, like 18A0. It also gets confusing because then, like, I had one today I was looking at in lumens, and it was like 9000019, and I'm like, it's hard to tell if it's a 0 or an O,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's why I like to do the slashes.
So what exactly does the slash do in your turn for your system?
I like to think of it as branching down. So if I'm going and continuing down on that idea, if I want to create like a stream of thought around specifically that idea, I'll branch down and use a slash. Another way, you can use a period. A lot of people like to use periods. Like Lane likes to use periods because his ones look like slashes, and it was very hard for him to tell what was a slash and what was a one. So you gotta kind of adopt your own scheme and convention. Now I want to forewarn you. Okay. You're not going to get it right in the beginning. You know why? Is because you're constantly going to be evolving and learning. The reason why is that you're constantly going to evolve it. It's going to be right in the beginning, at the time that you create it. But 3 months from now, you're probably going to evolve your practice just by experience, and you're going to learn. It's like you create your own path as you travel, right? There's no,
So
there's,
okay.
yeah. The most important thing is though, is that you continue to use card addresses, and you just by learning, you're going to learn by doing. But I'm going to be teaching you the Scheperian,
Sure.
way, right? And
Okay.
and mine is like basically the closest modern example of what Lumen did. Of course you can go the Lumen example, but what you're going to want to do and what you're going to do regardless is you're going to create your own, the Peter Low, the Lowmanian way, right?
It'll be so. So are you saying that eventually everybody will have their own unique numbering system at towards the
Slightly.
end?
Yeah, slightly. I mean, it'll still be the same, two nodes off the same card, like one
Okay.
is a variation, one uses a alphabetical character and one uses a number, but the style and manner in which you do it, it'll be a little bit different, right? Okay, so let's keep going though, because we're talking theory right now. Let's continue
Sure.
getting you set up so that you can kind of understand it
Sure.
more. All right.
Okay.
All right, so we filed the main cards for that. Now what you have right there, actually go back to that bib card. Go back to the bib card of the function. Yeah.
Sure.
So in the top right, what does that say? It says function.
Top
function.
right. It's B stands for bib and then future learn.
Okay, cool. So let's put this in your bib box.
Okay.
Section.
I don't have it right now, but I'll put it together with all of my bibs.
Yeah, let's just organize them alphabetically by for now.
Okay. I gotta get the Chinese bib out of the way first.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. So I have a question about the bib card. What if you go, I was going through that video, the first video that you did, and then it couldn't fit into one card. So actually I have three of these cards.
That's fine.
For your video.
For my video. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let me see what the addresses are. What do they say?
Addresses
in the top right.
Top right. It's actually say bib and then your name on it.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna just put in parentheses, the first one we'll put 1.
Okay, let me see which one.
And
this is parentheses 1. Okay.
Yes, cool. And then is that the second one?
2.
Yes, cool.
Okay. And then I haven't wrote the well, I just put 3 here first because I haven't wrote the 3. I haven't wrote the how do you say this? The front of the
the front of the 3. Yeah, that's fine.
So anyway.
Yeah.
And one question again. So I might be going through like multiple books or like 1 or 2 books of the same author.
Oh,
but
yep.
From what you have, what you have, the videos that you did is like usually you have just a B for bib and then the author's name. So what happens? So what do you do when you have like you're reading the 3rd book or the 2nd book of the same author? So how do you differentiate?
So what a lot of people have done, you've probably seen this in books, and this is how bibliographies are organized.
Sure.
You also put the date that it was published there. Now, but if it's like multiple titles, what you can do is just put like, Scott P. Scheper / then the brief title.
Okay. Scott P. Scheper. And then brief title, like book number. Well, basically just the book title, right?
Yes. Yeah. A very brief. It doesn't have to be the whole title, but just very brief.
Or basically just a brief title that will kind of trigger you saying, okay, this is this author's book.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But on the front of it, because you wrote the goal right for every on the card, but you should write the bibliography information on it as well. I think you did that, or
actually wrote, okay, this is the bib information, and actually I wrote the entire live training session 1 and
yes,
building a
exactly. Yeah. So you should write the bibliography information on the front of the card as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's how you can truly know where it came from.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, this will act like, you can have the name author name here, but and then you kind of like organize it so that if you want to look into this author's work or book, it'll be labeled here, right? Like
Yes.
different books and stuff. Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. We're gonna organize it by author's last name.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I guess that these will go in the S section of your bib box.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Let's start building out your bib box right now.
Okay. So
So
how
we
should I
have
do it?
F. Let's grab all of your English language bib cards,
Sure.
and then let's put them in alphabetical order.
Okay. Basically, it's just right now is just your train.
So it's my stuff, and then it's that function one, right?
Yeah, the function one. So
Oh, yeah.
basically,
Yeah, just
future learn and then Scott.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Separate.
So, yep. Cool. So grab all of those and let's put it in the bib box.
Okay. I haven't built a bid box yet. So
That's fine. We could just put it in the area,
okay, put it in the area. Okay.
Yeah.
This
Just
will be
yep. Perfect. Just to get organized. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now you have a true Antinet because you have three areas.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Show me the other programming cards, we
The
on
programming-
functions. Yeah. I think they're to the left of you.
Yeah, it's over here.
Yeah,
it's
no, but we didn't file all of them yet, right? Aren't there more
no,
computer?
hold on. No, it's we filed them. We filed them.
Okay. I could have sworn weren't there a few more ones on software development?
Hold on.
I think it's to the left of you.
The left of me. Oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah,
Yep.
sorry.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Let's go through and file these guys.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So what does that first one say? PHP is a server-side
PHP,
language.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Heck yeah. Okay. So this will be, let's put this one at 4230/2.
30/2. Okay.
Yep.
Done.
Cool. All right. And then
So I'll
file that one.
Sure. Okay.
We're getting somewhere.
It's really satisfying to finally see all these cards going in there.
Oh yeah. Okay. What does this one say?
Compile language and interpreted
interpreted language. Yeah. Okay.
language.
So the first one we'll put at compiled language is 4230/3.
3. Okay.
Cool.
And then I'll file them, right?
Yep. Install that in there.
Cool. Now, it's really, really hard for me to explain to people what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah. It's hard for me to even explain what I'm doing.
It's like they'll be looking you at like, it's like, what are you doing? It's like you got computer, you got keyboard, and you can take a note everywhere. Why are you writing all this stuff down?
Yeah. It's incommunicable for some people. A lot of people, it just makes complete and total sense. They're like, oh my God, like they know the magic and the power of writing by hand, of neuro imprinting something on your mind. Yeah.
It's really, it trains your brain, and it really kind of, soothes your mind sometimes when you're writing. It's like,
and then people will be like, holy crap, you have an amazing memory, and like, how do you know all these things? And your mind just starts to grow and make all of these connections. People start to think you're a genius, and it's because you've done things the hard way, the old school way. You've neuro imprinted them on your mind, right? Like, Feynman didn't have a computer. Einstein didn't have a computer. You know, a ton of other
Yeah,
brilliant people did not have a computer. You don't need that to create genius level work. You know, people are just like, how do you? Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. You've already taken the red pill. You know.
Yeah, I'm never going back.
Yeah. So
I'm taking the red pill.
this is 4230/4, I believe.
Yep, 4230/4.
Okay.
And then I'll file them into. Hold on. It's good that I have the other phone, so that so people can actually see how physically is it.
Oh, I know. This is amazing.
Yeah, you can actually see this in action. So
yeah.
And then okay.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
So
okay.
what else? What else do we have on your desk?
It's the Lumen ID method.
Okay. Yeah.
Hold on real quick. Let me just fix my computer setup. I don't know. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
These are the ones that I kind of like copied the graph. I want to do some neural imprinting so that maybe I don't get it, or maybe it's like I want to know how it really worked. So what I did is that I actually copied the graph by hands.
Cool.
Right. And then what I did, I wrote here is like, this is kind of my reflection on this graph here. Was that when adding a new card within the same topic, the number or alphabet jumps up and down. Like example, -1 or negative A. When branching off, add another 1 or A to the ID. So now that you mentioned, it's like I would kind of feel like, should I install this into my Antinet? Because like, I don't want to branch out to do something wrong,
Yeah, no. Actually, it's a great question. And because what I'm kind of indicating or telling you is like, that's not really, I mean, it kind of is how it works, but and it's a good model, right? You could try following that model. That kind of is similar. It's not quite. I think did you get that off like the Zettelkasten DE website or something, or I forget, or Wikipedia, the Wikipedia page?
It's like, okay, let me just look up real quick what I think I've stored it in my, hold on, it's in Thai. My input's in Thai.
Oh, okay.
So okay, Zotero. I think I probably stored it in Zotero. So another thing is like
it actually yeah, it doesn't matter too much. And so believe it or not, we are actually going to want to file this in your Antinet. Okay.
Cool.
And yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Okay, so it's from Jan her, can't pronounce it. It's like her clause. It's like KLOZTZ. It's an introduction to Lumen's Zettelkasten.
How do you spell it? KL.
Okay, Jan. It's like YANN double N, and then his last name is HERKLOTZ. T and Z. So this is where I got it from. I got the phone here. Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh, Jan Herklotz. Okay. All right.
So yeah. This is where I stored it in my Zotero. So this is where I copied it.
Yeah. I haven't looked at it closely, but I don't think he's grabbing that from actually Lumen's. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. 1A1. Yeah, he's not grabbing it from, because there's no top level branch. I mean, it's fine. It's good. It's kind of like more like a Lumanian one.
Okay.
But yeah, and this is a good question, is so you're like, okay, if it's mistake, should I file it? So Lumen had a bunch of mistakes, that he made in his own Zettelkasten, and he never deleted them or trashed them. because the reason is because you want to keep your mistakes in there because it shows how your mind has evolved, right?
Okay.
And your mistakes have evolved. And so yeah, so we're gonna create this and we're gonna put this in your Antinet. Okay.
Okay.
So let me pull up the old academic disciplines here.
Okay.
And show me your section 4200 again in your main box.
Sure.
Okay, we have 42.
4200. Okay.
Yeah, what is 42? What does 4212 say? Yeah, that's the information theory. Okay, cool.
Information theory.
Yeah. So, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you copy what I did. Is we're gonna create a Antinet Zettelkasten section. Okay. So pull out a main card.
Pull out a main card. I mean a blank.
Yeah,
a new
a blank
card.
Yeah, blank card.
Sure.
When I say main card, I mean like horizontal. Horizontal blank card.
Horizontal.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, horizontal
All right.
like this. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. Now, in the middle of this card, write Antinet Zettelkasten.
Okay.
Okay. Now, in the top right corner, write 4214.
4214.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is actually the same number as my Antinet Zettelkasten. So
I'm honored.
you are you are the
I'm
one of
entering
the
realm.
few. You are one of the few. Yes. All
Thank
right.
you.
Cool. So, we're gonna file that behind the information theory section.
Information theory section. Okay,
Yep.
so this is gonna be behind one. This is going to be behind 1412.
Yep.
Okay. So this is after 1412.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. Now go back to the those number IDs. Yeah.
Okay.
And on the first one, we're gonna call this 4214/1.
4214/1. Okay. Now this is these two cards came because I don't have space for it on one card. So these two cards are actually the same chunk of same information.
Okay, cool. Perfect. So we're gonna show you what we do in this case. Okay. So
Perfect.
on the second card,
Okay. Okay.
pull out the one behind it. Yeah, I want you to put 4214
4214.
/1
Okay.
/1.
/1/1, right?
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Yep. File that behind.
Got it. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're gonna draw up. Let's pull out a blank main card
Sure.
again. Okay. Now, I want you to draw. We're gonna draw our own diagram of how the Scheperian, Antinet Zettelkasten addresses work. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
So I want you to write it like this is going to be in a circle. Okay. I want you to write 4214.
4214. Okay.
Okay.
Got
And then do /1.
/1. Okay.
Yep. Okay. And then circle that.
Circle it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I want you to draw an arrow to the right of that.
You're right.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
yeah, exactly. To the
Okay.
right of
Got
that.
it.
And then I want you right here. I want you to write 4214
Okay.
/1A.
1A.
And
Okay.
then circle that.
Circle that. Okay.
Yep. And then I want you to draw a no, go to the left again.
Go to the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So under 4214/1, we're going to create another circle. Okay. So under it. No, not to the left of it. Yeah, under it.
Under it, right?
Yeah, draw an arrow down. Yeah, point down.
Okay.
Yep. And then in this one, put 4214/1/1.
Okay, got it.
Circle that. Okay.
Awesome.
And then we're gonna call this, anywhere like in the free space, under everything, we're gonna call this the Antinet Zettelkasten address.
You mean just write it like anywhere
Yeah.
here, right?
Yeah. This is gonna be like the title of this card.
Okay, got it. Antinet Zettel. Okay, got it.
And then write address.
Address, right?
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Now the address that we're going to create for this card, we're doing a lot of meta stuff here. Okay.
Right.
So the address for this card is going to be 4214/1A.
4214/A, right?
1A.
1A, sorry.
Yeah.
1A. Okay.
Okay. Now here's where this one gets filed. This one gets filed after those two other cards that you just created. They're on your desk in front of you. Oh wait. Oh no, never mind. You actually just filed them. I forgot.
Yeah, I just filed them. So do I take it out again?
No. We're gonna file it. We're gonna file this one behind it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So file it behind that. Yeah. You see how it's the branch down numbers always come first, and then after that, it's like the 1A, the A and the letters come after that, because what we've created is a variation of the the whole Lumanian address number thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it is a variant, I'll add a number or a alphabet behind the one that prior to
Exactly.
it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what does this card say?
Oh no, it's just me like I was like really how do you say this? Because I speak like other languages. So I was thinking it's like I have this like format A of filing Zettelkasten in multiple language. I format A, and format B over here. It's like I was thinking, how should I do my Zettelkasten in different format? Because
so these are kind of like your own plans, basically.
Yeah, on my own plans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like where format A, I was thinking that if I have an idea and it initially came from the English card, and then should I do a translation of the English card to a Chinese card to a Thai card and then file them.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I have this like realizations, like I wrote this, like, please do realize that your thought being in one language doesn't mean that it will be fluent in another language unless you wrote it out.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. So
yeah. So this is still cool to have. And is that what kind of the card behind it is too? It's kind of like
it's a format A and format B.
Okay.
It's like how should I because in the future maybe eventually once my Antinet grows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to publish not just in Chinese or English or in Thai, and also so maybe I want to prepare myself for that. So maybe if a card is installed in my Antinet is in Chinese,
mm-hmm.
maybe I want to do an English version of it. So that if I were to do any publishing in the future, I can just pull out the card and I don't need to do any translations. I can just ramping out all the content that I want to ramp out.
Yeah.
If I want to do it.
So these are basically like my how would we call this? You call it like my Antinet ideas. That's what we would
Yes.
call this section. Okay, cool. So
Okay.
pull out a blank main card,
Sure. Okay.
and in the center of it, write my Antinet ideas. Okay.
Got it.
Now in the top right, write 4214/2.
4214/2. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Now in the on the card above, you see the first card? All right, we're gonna put 4214/2.
4214/2
2/1.
/1. Okay.
Okay. And on the next one, the next card, I want you to write 4214/2/2.
4214/2/2, right?
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
And
Got
now
it.
let's file these in the Antinet.
Okay, got it. So I'll file them here. No, that's gotta go in here first.
Yep.
Okay.
See it? It's taking shape.
Yep, it's taking shape. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Cool.
do I need to do anything with the index over here? Because
So in the beginning, we would get. I don't want you to get index fatigue and create, an index entry for everything, because it's small enough, to where you don't need to do that. Like right now, if you think of function, where are you going to go? You're going to go to your software development section and then just scan through it. So I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to make it now. Now, when it grows bigger, you're going to want to when your software development section gets like this thick, you're going to want to actually create an index entry for function, and
Okay.
so let's not bother with that right now. I want to keep going. I think we're making good progress here.
Okay.
What does that one say? What is that card?
Okay, this card, I was learning about CSS, right? About classes, where about classes positioning, where this thing about fixed and absolute. So I
Yeah.
made a card out of my during my learning, when I'm watching tutorials, and then this is what came out. It's like fixed. It's like if it's an element, and that elements will stay on the browser, and if it's an absolute, like it will stay on the page within that page. So if I'm scrolling up and down, this element here will move along with the page, and it'll not be stuck on the browser. So this is something that I wrote to Neural Imprint, so that I'll get the concept.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, cool. So what we'll need to do is let's create a section in your Antinet for CSS. So again, pull out like a main card. Yep, and then in the middle of this one, put CSS.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, and this one, let's number 42.
Okay.
34.
34. 42.
Yeah.
34.
Yeah.
42. 34. Let me just. 42. 34.
Yeah, because you see how I decided to put this a little bit close to software development. You see that? That's why. But we're also it's the beginning, so we're leaving a little space, in between. That's what I like to do when I built mine out. So if you get it like JavaScript, for instance, will probably be a good one for like 4232. Because it's closer to software development. And
also, so this is what gets me. It's like I think I have OCD of some sort. It's like why are you skipping numbers? It's like, oh.
yeah. I know. You'll learn like it doesn't really matter too much because you have the index, and you kind of just want to give it generally the same direction. But yeah, the Antinet and analog is the ultimate form of killing your OCD. It gets you to focus on what matters, which is like the thinking and the ideas, and the actual learning, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The numbers doesn't have to be consecutive. Okay.
No.
Take it.
Mm-mm.
Mental note. Mental note.
Yes,
mental
yes, yes,
note.
yes. All right. Yeah, it's
So,
arbitrary. Yeah, so let's put 4234 in there.
okay, got it.
Yeah. Now go to your index box and let's go to the CSS, or let's go to the C.
Sure.
Yeah. And pull out, we're going to create an index entry for C. Yeah, cool. Okay, perfect. Yeah, pull that out. And then
Cool.
on the line under it, I want you to put CSS and then 4234.
4234. Okay.
Perfect. Yep. Cool.
I'll follow that back in, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm
All
feeling
right.
that I'm like a librarian here.
Yeah. I know. Oh God. Yeah. Like a year ago when I was first building mine out, I felt like, I'm like, man, it's almost an addiction, like classifying all of your pieces of information. I felt like a librarian, and like
In a good
yeah.
way,
Yeah.
It's my
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
library.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. So this one, let's make this one 4234/1.
4234 /1. Okay.
Yep. Cool.
Awesome.
And let's file that.
Yeah, file. Awesome. Okay.
Sweet. Okay. Let's
So
see.
right now it's all of my. Oh, I actually got this. I've actually got this this card,
Nice.
the smaller card. Where I think I read one of your material online, and then you talked about the core concept of the Stochastic. And then I did the analog, numeric, tree like branch, and index, and
Yep.
and the Antinet.
Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's file this one too.
Sure.
So what was the last card in 4214?
4214/1.
And then isn't there a second one?
Sorry. 4214, and then you got this 4214/1, 4214/1/1, and then 4214/1A, and /2,
Okay,
/2/1/2/2.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
cool. Okay. So for this one, we're gonna put this new one at 4214/3.
4214/3. Okay.
Cool. All right, perfect. Let's file that away.
Cool. Okay.
Okay,
Filed.
cool. Awesome. So let's look at your desk to the right of you. I think
Desk,
didn't you have yeah, exactly. To the right more. Don't you have more cards over here? Okay.
These are my bib cards, so I need to create the bib deck for it.
Okay.
All
Are those the other languages?
Yeah, the other languages.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
these are the other languages that I wrote from out of a book.
Yes.
And these are actually the I don't know. It's like I think I was reading.
Oh, yeah.
Reading this.
Johann Schmidt. Yeah.
I was reading it, but I didn't really get to it. So it's only like one note in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can file that right now.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
So it's the bib, but it's a bib card. I'll set up my bib. And
Yes.
Then,
okay.
then
Cool.
I'll call them.
Yes.
And
Cool.
but and oh, cool. I have another
Main note.
Zettelkasten main note. Okay.
Okay.
It's basically about it's like
Oh,
I was trying
perfect.
to
Okay.
consolidate on what I've know about Zettelkasten in like try in like in one card.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So for this one, this is actually an interesting idea. Okay. So this one is like an overview. It's like a definition of Zettelkasten, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And so where I think this one would go best is in the very, very beginning of your Antinet Zettelkasten section. Now, the problem is we have the perceived problem is we have 4214/1 already. So where we want to put this one, we want to put it before 4214/1.
So -1.
I first go 4214/0. So let's put it.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's create this as 4214/0.
4214/0, right?
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Let's file that there.
0. So
Yep.
this will go. So this will go behind the. This will go behind
Exactly.
this, right?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
I think I'm all filed.
Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So tell me, we probably should have talked about this in the beginning, but I'm glad we just jumped into it.
Sure.
What is your goal? Like, what is your occupation? What is your like? How do you intend to actually, because there's two modes, two phases of this. You've probably
Right.
heard me say it before. There's the growth. There's the
Mhm.
growth state. And that's wherein you are reading and teaching yourself and you're growing. And then there's the contribution state, wherein
Mhm.
you're actually using the material to create a creative work and output to then contribute, to the world, right? So, and both are fine. Like a year ago, I didn't know I was going to be writing a book on the Antinet when I started my own Antinet, right?
Sure.
It's kind of funny. It was like, then I'm like, okay, the world needs to know about this, the
Mhm.
old school way. So I switched to contribution mode and started, using my Antinet to write my book on the Antinet, right? But yeah, tell me your tell me your current goals and occupation and state and all of that.
Okay, right now I'm trying to learn my my craft as a developer, because like it's like there are tons of career opportunities here in Thailand where
Yeah.
they're looking for developers.
Mhm.
And so I don't want to work in a factory anymore. So I want to develop my knowledge and skill set as a developer. And one of the stuff that I found is that by writing things down, it kind of consolidates or validates that I actually understands what I'm learning.
Exactly.
And I don't want my notes to be scattered around like in different places, both digitally or in notebook or I just want it to be in one place.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like, so I don't know where I'm going with this, but I wish that once I get to a volume or a critical mass, then the Antinet will start to talk back to me and say that this is some interesting insight that you have this and that, and then maybe I can build something out of it. So I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just like the fact that I wrote it and it's gonna be here forever.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
if there's no fire,
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
fire
Or a flood.
or flood. Oh yeah, we get floods here.
Yeah.
It's like, but not to the point that like on the second story.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay. But no, sorry. Finish.
Yeah. So yeah. So I don't have like a grand vision or a big ambitious goal, but I just want to see where it will take me.
Yes.
And one of the stuff that I really love about the first video, I can't remember his name. Can't remember his name. Is his name Eric or?
For the first one-on-one.
The very first one.
Yes.
That's
Nick.
Nick, right? Okay, Nick.
Yeah.
It's like one of his stuff that he talked about is like the fact that you'll not remember 80% of what you study or wrote infuriates him. That's a one big takeaway from that. So I wanted to be able to come back and then review stuff.
Yep. Yeah. I will say this is that I taught myself Python and programming, and I really advanced, and even copywriting, which is my craft, and all that stuff. But the best way to learn and grow is writing by hand. Like, to especially if something's challenging, is to write by hand. So with your here's the workflow that I think you should implement when you're learning, okay, for the
Right.
software development stuff.
Right.
Is don't go to bibcard first. Go from source to main note. Okay, source to main
Okay.
card. Okay,
Right.
and then the types of notes you're creating really great notes.
Oh,
You know, you're reformulating. You know, there's three main types of notes. There's a fourth, which are like smaller ones, but there's three main types of notes, right? There's the excerpts where you're writing down the actual word for word definition of the note
got it.
of the material. Then there's
Mhm.
reformulations, which is
Mhm.
you're reformulating and summarizing, you know, what you've learned in your own words, you know. And then there's the reflection notes. The reflection notes is injecting your own meaning and your own ideas into the notes. Like the note that you wrote about functions and how you compared functions to factories, that was a great reflection note. You know, that's because you injected your own idea, your own comparison and thinking, your own perspective, you know, to that.
Right.
So how you want to learn is don't go to for you know, you want to have different ways of doing it up in your arsenal, right? So the going from book to bib card, then main note is good after you've developed and created that knowledge, you know. So right now you're in the process of growing and developing your knowledge in programming and software development. So you want to go at this phase, you want to go book to main card. You know,
Okay.
don't write on the bib card first. Just go book to main card and then file that main card in the Antinet.
Okay.
So,
Uh,
you know,
okay.
there's functions, right? Then there's classes, you know,
Mm.
and if it's a CSS class, you know, to file it in the CSS area. If it's
Yep.
a computer software development class, which they have classes, you know,
Mhm.
then you want to file that in the software development section, you know, like 4230/2 or /3, you know, and go that way. And you know, if you come up, say you have, and then next time you come up with you know, the next function, right? Next stuff that talks about functions, you want to file that in the function section, right? That
Mhm.
you've created. And yeah, so when you read and when you're learning this stuff, go source to main card. Don't go to source to bib card.
Okay. So this is the part where I will be a bit will be confused about is that um it's like almost like a gray area between the reformulation card and reflection card, because like sometimes
Yeah.
when you're writing stuff, you know, you're not it's so hard to, like, you know, okay, you're writing stuff in your own words. It's really, really hard for me or for anyone to not do in reflection at that moment where you're writing out stuff. I mean, the minute you're writing in your own words, it's almost like an reflection already. You're not really reformulating it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, you know, I would say so. A good example of a reformulation is like, imagine you were presented with a paragraph explaining something, you
Sure.
know, and they said, you know, software development is the process of creating, deploying, designing, and maintaining software, right? So
Okay.
if I wanted to make that a reformulation note, you know, that was like
Mhm.
a paragraph. What I would do is I would say software development is comprised of four things, and I would create a list: 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, so I'm creating a list. I'm reformulating it in a simpler way that I can understand. You know,
Mhm.
um, and then, but I agree. It's fuzzy, right? Because
Definitely.
because usually what happens, especially if you're writing a book or writing, if when you're in contribution mode, a lot of the times you are first reformulating the note, you know, and then halfway through it, it turns into a reflection note, you know.
Okay.
Um, and that's fine too. It's kind of, I would still call that kind of like a reflection note. You know, the lines get blurry. It's some of the stuff is incommunicable. I think that it's easier though to think of them as three different types of notes.
Sure.
And also people call them, you know, like I think it came in my research of reading about note taking and like the history of note taking and stuff. Like certain words just kept popping up between different types of texts, you know.
Right.
One was excerpts is a clear type of note, you know, and then Luhmann himself used the term reformulation.
Mhm.
And I think that I came across reflection somewhere in two different places. Like John Locke talked about it, and I think even Luhmann maybe have mentioned it a little bit. And but I used it as a way because to delineate a little bit more between a reformulation. Yeah, but anyways, yeah. What I'm saying is you don't want to get hung up on that, you know, like you want to the thing that the most important thing for you to do is to read and study programming and go through those courses and write the stuff down by hand on a main card to teach yourself the concepts, and then write
Got it.
down the examples.
Sure.
And then, of course, you know, the second phase is to take all of the theoretical knowledge that you're neuro imprinting on your mind, and then going and pulling up an actual, you know, the actual software editor, you know, and
Yeah.
or either JavaScript or Python or HTML, you know, and actually doing it in practice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But the thing that'll really, you know, at least in really, because I tried to learn HTML, CSS, Python without the theory, and I was so freaking lost.
Really?
I studied a you know, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript book and the theory, you know, and then I went back to the actual practice of it, and that's when things started to click and really make sense to me. So
So what you're
Yeah.
saying that is that you didn't understand the theory or the concepts of all the HTMLs and CSS,
mhm.
and then so so what were you doing to actually you're going through books, right?
Mhm.
So did you go like just going through examples and just like cracking out on the terminal on the uh, on the editor? So
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
what was the confusion phase
Um,
that we were confused?
Okay, so there's different types of ways, like the practice, you know. Oh, you're talking about how when did I become confused about what was going on?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because like I was because like I think it's like before, 'cause I've been trying to learn like HTML programming for a long time, but it's just that, you know, when I start to get the Antinet down, and then I start to write all these things down, and then I start to go into tutorials, and doing all these reformulating, writing all those stuff in cards, then it starts to click.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, it started to click after you started to write down on
yeah,
cards.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
what I found is that, you know, if I can't put it down in words, right, I don't understand it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and writing by hand too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually learned it and using note cards to learn programming from a guy named Zed Shaw, and he had a
Oh, I have his book.
no way.
I have,
Okay, what do
I
you
have his
have?
book. Learning JavaScript the hard way.
Oh, awesome. I didn't know he created that one. But yeah, I took learn Python the hard way.
Okay,
Yeah.
he actually redid his whole website.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I did this back in like 2012, like 10 years
Sure.
ago.
Sure. He has a
Oh yeah.
dojo. He has a dojo mindset. It's like, so you gotta do all these kata.
Yeah, I had to type in, you know,
Yeah.
Python every character, you know, you can't copy paste, you have to type it in. But
Yeah,
I
exactly.
also, yeah, you want me to pull up my old cards of which I
Sure,
taught
sure,
myself
sure.
Python?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right, 1 second.
Sure.
So
It's amazing that, you know. Okay, he can hear me right now. You gotta put your headphone.
Yeah. Just real quick, here's the you know,
Sure.
my index for Python, right?
Cool. Okay, it's called what? Victoria
So it says, oh, that's virtual environment. But the
Oh,
main
virtual
thing,
environment.
I put, this is back when I was, I decided to put it up there, so it's like
Okay.
nothing's ever perfect, right? But mine's in
Sure.
4223. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm kind of close to you. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are back when I was using 3x5 inch cards. Okay.
Okay.
You see these?
Cool. Sure.
See
So what do you
see the light.
so what do you put on these cards what do you write when you're learning programming?
Why don't I'll show you.
Sure.
Let's see. And these were kind of out, they're kind of out of, I mean, like, oh yeah. Okay. So for instance, put this right here. You
Okay.
see this?
Yeah, I can see the card, but I can't really read
Okay.
off of it.
Yeah. Because my handwriting's gotten better. Okay. This one is that says tuple. That's have you heard of that concept? It's a concept in Python.
No.
So a tuple is similar to a list, but its values are immutable, meaning they cannot change. It's comma separated list of values. A tuple equals A, B, C, D, and you enclose it in a parentheses instead of a list, which is, like in square brackets. So I have an example of that. Okay. And, and then here's programming. There's a list and then there's a nested list, so this is me teaching myself. And look at this was 10 years ago, and I still know what a tuple is today. And I like talk about it, and it's like I've neuro imprinted that idea on my head.
It's amazing that you can just like, where is it? You can just pick it up.
Yeah. And then look, I have this object-oriented language def, how you define a function inside a class, self inside the functions in a class,
Okay.
so, and
So when you're writing these kind of notes, do you have an intention of you explaining this to an external source or to another person when you're writing these notes?
So, no, when I was doing these, I was in kind of your state in your mode. I was writing it for myself. I was writing it to teach it to myself,
Got it.
and when I'm writing the book on the Antinet, I'm writing it in contribution mode. So I'm writing it to teach others. So, okay, so this is another, like just Python card, and
Cool.
it's and del insert, stuff like that. Okay. So and a lot of the times, I like using 3-inch by 5-inch cards when I'm teaching myself and learning concepts, because it keeps it like really, really,
Condensed.
I don't know. Yeah, condensed. Exactly. Now, when I'm in contribution state, when I'm writing for others and teaching for others, that's when I really like the 4x6-inch cards, and I write as if it's going into my book. And so, those are more reformulation notes. Want me to show you an example of that? I'll pull one out. That. So when you shift to contribution state, let's say you're going to work on a project or create a project. This is for, of course, Lumen use this, you're looking to use your Antinet Zettelkasten in order to, get a job in software development, and so you're not really using it to write a book about software development, right?
Yeah.
No. Now let's say there's probably going to be a book, or there's something that you would like to write a book on, or or something at some point, right? In that case, this is kind of what Lumen did is these are my notes for that are going in my book for the Antinet Zettelkasten. You see how they're longer,
Yeah.
and they're like they're reflections.
Sure.
And they're very different from, my programming type of notes, right?
Got it.
They're
Got it.
different. Yeah, like this is you've already seen my programming type of notes.
Yeah.
They're just me
It's
teaching.
like you elaborate more on those contribution mode
Yes.
of parts.
Exactly. Like this contribution one says the Zettelkasten is essentially a metaphysical representation of a brain which produces a mind. And in order to reverse engineer and understand the mind, as cognitive psychologist Steven Pinker points out, it's only possible, quote, when one has a hint of what the device was designed to accomplish. Basically, what is the goal of the second mind, which is what I call the experience of working with the Antinet when it becomes part of you. And it's kind of what like Lumen talked about, like the ghost in the box factor, and spirit in the box is what he called it. Like he used to call it his alter ego. It's like the primary mind. And see how I've written this one out, the contribution one out, as if I'm teaching it to other people, right?
Got it.
So yeah, they're it depends. If you're in the growth state of learning something, then you want to use these. Then you want to teach yourself, right, as you're teaching yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So when you'll be when will your book be done? It's like, we're all looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it being done too. I have I think the first draft will be done in about a month to a month and a half.
Okay.
And it's so detailed, and includes a lot of examples and screenshots of all of this stuff.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and then I have an editor too, a copy editor, who's really going to
Okay.
help me. And I hope to be done in like the end of July and
Oh, cool.
maybe
Not-
August. Yeah.
Okay.
So
is it going to be on Amazon? Is it going to be sold on Amazon or?
yeah. So what I wanted, I got to figure out. I haven't priced out and figured out the physical version of
Sure.
it, because I'm making it into a Bible, man. It's a beast. It contains every single thing I know about the Antinet. So
Okay.
I'm thinking of creating a physical version, like a hardbound, book, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm also thinking of creating a Kindle, and
Okay.
I'm also thinking, and I've said this, is, I want it to be able to reach as many people as possible. And so I'm
Sure.
thinking of creating a free online version where you can view and read it as a website, on a website.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the plan. And yeah. And, it's like, I'm going to be self-publishing it. And part of the
Okay.
benefit of doing that is that I can actually make it available online for free. So I can reach as many people as possible, people who are not sold yet, maybe on the idea, and they can read the book first online for free. And
Yeah. Definitely.
yeah.
It's just that from the videos that you did, you said that it's going to be like 600 pages of it's like whoa, that's a lot. But yeah, it is a Bible.
Yeah. And I think it's that long because it's that long also because I have so many pictures in it,
Okay.
and it's 167,000 words right now. So like if that was just text only, no pictures, that's about like 300 and something pages, 340 pages. I'm yeah, I'll hopefully have the editor, help edit it down. I realize, not everyone's going to want to read a 600 and something page book on note taking, but I'm gonna get the book done and have it be a big Bible. And then I think I'm going to create like a very easy access, maybe a 6-week course to really simplify everything and go through everything. And
you probably need that. It's like doing these one-on-one is good.
Yeah.
But if you want to benefit a lot of people, you should have your the syllabus of no, so this is what you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
do.
Yep.
You're gonna have the content and then have all these videos and then shoot it properly, so that you can be speaking and then you
Oh,
have
yeah.
you have diagrams and everything.
Yep.
You can
Yeah.
I'll be happy to go through that course if you actually make it.
Yeah. I'm that's the plan. First I got to create the Bible, and then
Yeah.
and that's the plan. It's I want to create the Bible so people, if they choose to, they can always go back to that and read sections of it. It's a lot of really cool theoretical material too, talking about like Lumen and all of that stuff. And then I want to create the more practical course, like a 6-week course, and do it that way too. Yeah.
Just don't charge it like $3,000 or stuff. I've seen courses out there. It's like whoa, they charge a fortune.
Yeah.
To it's like, I don't know. It's like this author is saying that, building your second brain.
Oh yeah, I know. His are $3,000. I've seen that.
It's like,
right.
I don't want to say his name here, but it's just that it's like it's insane.
Yes.
It's insane.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that. I'm familiar with that practice. I think it's like I want to do a like a higher priced course and stuff, but I also don't want to just rip people off. And that just seems insane. What I really would like to do is to do like an in-person conference, and
it's like everybody bring their own boxes and then
exactly. Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. That's what I would really like to do. And like I would do, like the course thing, or part of the course. I gotta figure that out, but like I would not charge that, $3,000, like I would try to make that like, that conference and like a 3-day conference or something, or 2-day. And
a mini retreat of 2 days or 3 days of mini retreat. I'll fly over. I'll carry my box with
exactly.
me, and then it'll be so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude. I'll bring this over. We'll do it in the hotel across the way. I'll get this over there so everyone can walk through and see my own Antinet.
It'll be so cool to see the physical Antinet, and then I think it'll be it's like it'll be so cool that everybody's got their own variation and their like modifications of stuff they do, and it'll be cool. It's like a glimpse into their alter ego. Say, oh, this is what they do.
Yeah,
it'll be so cool. I'll look forward to that day.
Yeah. So cool, man. Well, I look forward to it. And you wrote to me, right? Yep. I still have your letters in my box. Yep, of course.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool,
Did you get my reply? I think I wrote to you back.
Really? You mean you in paper by hand?
Yep. Yeah. I don't know.
So cool.
I don't know if it got to you though, but
like how long did it got to you?
What's that?
It's like I remember I wrote an email saying that hey, I actually wrote a letter to you, but I don't know. Is there a timestamp on it where it says it's like where
when I got it? You want me to go look? Let me go dig it up. You want me? Want me to show you? All right.
Yeah, sure. Whoa. Okay. Wow. It's like
yeah, man.
like, it's like even for me personally, I've never wrote a letter.
Yeah.
To anybody for like in decades, let alone I'm writing it to a man.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah. You're right. I'm writing a love letter to a man. Yeah. No. I have a whole box of them. I think it's a really special thing. It's like getting our community together of like people. You should see some of the letters I've gotten written to me. The people's handwriting is so amazing. This one guy, he's like does mirror writing where
cool.
But he doesn't even use a mirror, but he writes regular, and then he writes backwards from right to left in like the mirror notation. Yeah, it's the craziest thing.
Wait a minute. So supposedly this is the sentence for the beginning, and
Yeah.
he would write it from the back end to and in mirror
Yes.
form.
Yes. I gotta.
What Leonardo da Vinci does. You know,
Yes, exactly.
he would do that in his writing. So
Yeah.
people will copy stuff.
Yeah. There's some amazing people out there and like amazing handwriting, all that stuff. It's really cool, so yeah, it's like I think we've got a really special, cool community of people that want to think again with pen and paper and use their actual mind and brain and do it the old way, and
Yeah.
it's not because we're like Luddites or I think that's the word of, we're not like Amish people or anything. It's like, I swear to
No,
God,
no.
like it is way more effective to write by hand, learn by hand, like all these, it's how I taught myself programming, all these things, all this whole
Oh,
stack.
yeah.
I have a stack, that taught me copywriting, and I've done well in that. It's like,
Yeah, it's like I really want to get into copywriting too. It's like I think everybody who who wants to start a business or want to promote themselves, you need to know what to write.
exactly. Yeah.
It's like it's like I really enjoy your all your letters. Your letters are really like down to earth, and then you don't have those like fluffy sales pitch and all those stuff in your stuff. You're sincere, and then you actually bring out good content to people, and then it's really enjoyable to read.
Yeah. I haven't written as many letters lately, on like website. Are you talking about the main letters on my main website, or are you talking about the
The
daily?
letters and the letters that you send out via your emails.
Oh,
I get
cool.
them. So,
Yes.
yeah, I
Awesome.
read them.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. That you'll experience a little bit of that in my book too. I try to keep my own voice, so yeah. Cool.
So
Well,
yeah,
hey,
so
do we cover everything? Is there anything else we should cover that we missed out on?
not at the moment. If
Okay.
there's more, I'll hop onto Reddit and then ask you for more.
Awesome.
More about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to get you started. Do you feel like you're comfortable? You're able to get cranking?
Yeah, it's like I think the hardest part for me is to get the numberings right. But now that you mentioned it, then it's arbitrary, and everybody eventually will have a system of their own, and yeah, you'll make mistakes, and then that will act as a memory peg of some sort in your Antinet, and
Yep.
then you'll grow, and
Yep.
then please, if you can, if you have the time, number out all those stuff from Wikipedia. It will really help the internet community.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll get that 2300 or 1900 something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Just to help start. Yeah.
yeah, you have to start.
Yes.
Really have to start the thing.
Yes. We'll do. Yeah. I will.
Okay.
I will.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I want to see your software development section built out. I want you to, I want to see it next time. I want to see a stack like this thick,
Oh, but you'll get there.
Yeah.
Because like and then I'll have like I was thinking, maybe in the future I'll sell these locally here. It's like the card.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have it here. It's like I'm the only one. I've searched all the Thai like Home Depot or the like the office supply websites. They're not selling these grid cards.
Yeah.
It's like eventually if the community is up there, and I'll sell them.
Yeah. Or we'll create a vendor booth at the Antinet Zettelkasten conference, and you could sell your note cards there. No.
Maybe you'll get there.
Yeah.
Conference. That'll be cool.
Yeah. All right, Peter. Well, hey man, let's keep in touch, and thanks for
keep
hopping
in
on
touch.
here. Yeah. All right.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. All right. Talk to you later.
Yeah.